And I said, oh my, yeah, we got heated. I said, and don't think for 1 second that I don't know that O'Shea is basically your lapdog. Anything you want to put out, I mean, dude, I put it all out there to him. I put it all out there to him. I absolutely let him know. Everything I told you everything I told you in that video, I told it to Kevin. It was much more colorful. I said, I love you, dude, but what you did was fucked up. As soon as I pushed back and called him out on what he was doing, that's when he told me, I can't swim with you anymore. I absolutely confronted him. Kevin didn't like it, and that's why he effectively ended our relationship. So a lot of guys were very critical. A lot of guys were critical of the fact that I put out the truth about what happened between Kevin Samuels and Myron Gaines. A lot of guys in the comments were like, that's a bitch move. You should have said that to his face and blah, 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 blah. Gentlemen, this is why Kevin and I this is why we fell out. This is why we fell out. Because I told him exactly what I told you. I said, Kevin, I love you like a brother, man. But you fucking tried to use me, bruh. Like, you tried to use me. And he says, he got heated. He said, how the fuck was I trying to use you? I said, you tried to get me to separate myself from Myron Gaines. I said, you did that for your own purposes. And I told him this, guys, my hand to the man. This is how it was. I said, you told me this, Kevin. You told me this. You tried to get me to separate myself from Myron Gaines for your own personal gain. And I said, how many times have you shouted me out on your show? He says, I've shouted you out on my show once or twice. I was like, dude, how many times have you been on my show? And he couldn't tell me. I said, dude, you've been on my show 47 times. And I said, look, Kev, you don't owe me anything. You do not owe me anything. I said, but when you go on to the Joe Budden podcast and you shout out a man who clearly, who you promoted a book for a man who does nothing but bitch and moan about black women, wrote a book that could basically be looked at as misogynoir. All this dude wants to do is bash black women under the guise of negotiating with them. You want to shout him out, but you don't want to shout me out? Like, I've been on, like, dude, I told him straight up, I said, you don't owe me anything, but dude, I had you on my platform when nobody knew who the fuck you were, man. And now that you're approaching 1 million subscribers, now you'll have nothing to do with me. I told him, dude, we were supposed to meet up in Phoenix. We were supposed to do content. You told me no. Or you told me, but then you ended up flaking for some stupid reason. Yes, this is Kevin Samuels. We went back and forth. He gave me some excuse. Well, it was this and the Britney Renner thing. I said, Kevin, come on, man. I said, really? I said, dude, I love you like a brother, man, but let's call a spade here, man. You tried to get me to sever my alliance with Myron Gaines so that you could own the 10 o'clock hour. I said, there is no reason for me to do that. I said, number one. Number two, I said, you want to sit here and tell me that you believe that he really E-par'd Anna Quinn? Like, you're going to tell me that you believe that? Right? And then I told him, as far as the Ab and Preach thing is concerned, I was like, dude, you told me not to come up here and do what I was supposed to do. You didn't want me coming after them because you knew that I was their ally. And I said, oh my, yeah, we got heated. I said, and don't think for 1 second that I don't know that O'Shea is basically your lapdog. Anything you want to put out, I mean, dude, I put it all out there to him. I put it all out there to him. I absolutely let him know. So for you niggas in the comments talking about, oh, this is a bitch move and da-da-da-da-da, trust me, bruh. Trust me. Everything I told you in that video, I told it to Kevin. It was much more colorful. I absolutely let him know what the fuck was on my mind. That was not the first time. And I told him, I said, Kev, you don't owe me anything, bruh, but dude, like, you did me dirty. You did me fucking dirty. I said, you're not shouting me out anytime soon. You're trying to leave me with a man with like a man without an island. I said, I love you, dude, but what you did was fucked up. And I don't appreciate that. Like, you tried to get me to carefully, it was heated. And in the end, he says, you know what, man? He said, I can't swim with you anymore. As soon as I pushed back and called him out on what he was doing, that's when he told me, I can't swim with you anymore. I didn't give you guys the details of all that stuff because I didn't really think I needed to. But for all of you talking about, well, you should have told him. Trust me, my nigga, I did. I absolutely confronted him. Kevin didn't like it, and that's why he effectively ended our relationship. And what hurts the most about it is that he died before I could make things right with him. That's really where the pain was. That's really where the pain is from. My pain that has to do with Kevin's death has to do with the fact that I did not get the opportunity to make things right with him before he passed, and I was also questioning whether or not he was really my friend in the first place. So there you go.